Stop! Look at your hand right now. Is it near your phone? Of course it is. You didn't even notice it. That's the whole problem. 2617. That number, remember it. I explain what it means in a few minutes. And when I do, promise, you're going to feel genuinely sick. Now, let me tell you the thing. No productivity guru, no self-help book, and no Instagram infographic has ever been honest enough to say, you don't have a discipline problem. You have been engineered to fail. There are people, very smart, very rich people, whose entire job is to make sure you cannot stop scrolling. They have PhDs, they have data of billions of people. They have tested every pixel, every color, every sound, every timing of every notification specifically to override your self-control. And you thought the problem was that you just need to try harder. Adorable. Picture this, Monday morning, new week, new you. You've done the whole thing. You got this morning coffee, the plan. You got even a sticky note on your monitor saying, you got this, king or queen, in a different colored marker. You are by every measure ready. And then, just a quick check. The famous last words, right up there with, it's just one slice. How hard can it be? And I don't need directions. I know where I'm going. 45 minutes later, you surface blinking, confused, like a submarine crew that went under for a quick drill and came back up to find somehow it's Tuesday. You tried to remember what you watched. There was something with a raccoon, someone's grandmother reacting to wasabi, a life hack that was literally just a regular spoon, used slightly different. You feel it. That specific hollow feeling, I just ate the entire bag of chips, but I'm somehow more hungry. You didn't relax. You didn't enjoy yourself. You weren't even really there. You were just gone. I'm going to show you exactly why your brain physically cannot resist it. And it has nothing to do with you being weak. That's in about 2 minutes. Stay here and stay with me. I need you to actually hear this next part. Not hear it and scroll past it. Actually hear it. Because what I'm going to tell you is the most well-documented finding in behavioral psychology, and almost nobody uses it to explain what actually happens to you every single day. Every time you pull down to refresh your feed, you're pulling a lever on a slot machine. I'm not being dramatic here. I'm not using a metaphor. Psychologists call this the variable reward schedule. And it is the exact same mechanism that drives gambling addiction. Same brain region, same chemical pathway, same psychological loop. The only difference is the casino gives you a free drink. The app gives you a video of a cat jumping around. If every single time you refreshed something incredible appeared, you get actually bored faster. Your brain would learn the pattern and check out. The reason it doesn't is the unpredictability. It might be amazing, it might be nothing, it might be the single funniest thing you've ever seen in your life, and you're going to quote this to your friends for a while. Your brain cannot walk away from a maybe. And in about 90 seconds, I'm going to show you the biological damage this is causing. And once you understand it, the way you think about being tired and unmotivated will never be the same. Your brain releases dopamine, not when you get a reward, not when you see a funny video, but before, in anticipation, and in the maybe. You're chemically addicted to the possibility of something good, which, and I genuinely mean this with all love and zero judgment, is a deeply, deeply embarrassing situation for persons with goals and dreams to be in. But okay, because this next part is where it stops being funny. All these cheap little hits, the likes, the videos, the pings, they are down-regulating your dopamine receptors. Here's what it means in plain English. Your brain is like a music venue. When you first start scrolling, it was a small room, a quiet bar, and any decent performer would pack it out. But every time you flood it with cheap dopamine, the venue gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's a stadium. And your real life, the book, the workout, the conversation, the actual work, is a guy with a normal guitar. Your brain doesn't care about your real rewarding life anymore. Not because your life is bad, because the apps have made your reward system so large that nothing normal fits inside it. You're not losing focus, you're losing a capability for focus. And most people spend their entire life wondering why they feel empty, and they never make a connection. Remember the number from beginning? 2617? That's the average number of times a person touches their phone every single day. Not checks, touches, taps, swipes, pickups, puts down, glances. 2617 times. There's a concept in cognitive science called Attention Residue. Every time you touch your phone, even for just 10 seconds, even if you immediately put it down, your brain doesn't fully return to what it was doing. Parts of it stay behind, processing, categorizing, replaying the last thing it saw. On average, it takes 23 minutes to fully recover deep focus after a single interruption. Let me do the math. Most people get distracted by their phone constantly. 50 times during a work day, 50 interruptions, 23 minutes of recovery each. That's 19 hours of cognitive debt every single day. You have 24 hours. You're running a mental deficit before you even had breakfast. No wonder you're exhausted. No wonder you get to Friday and feel like you achieved nothing the whole week. No wonder you lie in bed at night with a vague, itchy feeling that you're falling behind, because you are falling behind, not because you're lazy. In about 2 minutes, I give you the one change that research shows has the single biggest impact on this. And it takes less than 30 seconds to set it up. But first, I need to tell you why willpower will never, ever be the answer. Because most people get this completely wrong. The answer, according to every productivity book, every self-help influencer, every motivational speaker who sells you a course from their rented Lamborghini, is willpower. Just to try harder. Just be more disciplined. Just say no. And here's the thing. It is generally a terrible advice. Willpower is a limited research. It depletes throughout the day. Every time you resist picking up your phone, you spend a unit of it. Like money, by 2 p.m., you're broke. The app engineers know this. They've built their entire business model around it. They're not betting you won't try to resist. They're betting you eventually run out. And they are right. Every single time. You're not bringing a knife to a gunfight. You're bringing your feelings to a gunfight. Against a $1 billion machine that has studied the feeling of billions of people, the solution isn't to feel stronger. The solution is to change the battlefield. Real quick. And I mean it quick. If this video makes you feel personally attacked right now, that's not an accident. That's recognizing something true about your own life. That feeling is valuable. Don't scroll past it. I made something called Digital Lockdown specifically for this moment. It's the full system, not a tip, not a vibe. A proper rewiring protocol for you to focus on your relationship with your phone. The link is in the description. Go check it out after the video. Now, the part you actually came here for. The fix. And not just the ones you already heard. So, the counterattack. Okay, here's what actually works. And I say this up front. Some of these are going to sound almost too simple. That's intentional. The app engineers made this trap complicated. The exit is supposed to be boring. A study from the University of Texas found that even when your phone is face down, switched off and silenced, just physically present in a room, it reduces your thinking power. Your brain is pre-allocating attention to resist it, subconsciously, against your own will. You're already losing before you even started. The fix? Move it. Different room. Every time you work. 30 seconds. That's a massive impact. But now you think, but what if someone needs me? They can wait. You spent years being immediately available for everyone except you. So, kill the candy. Go into your phone settings right now, after this video, and switch your screen to grayscale. Every app you use has been color engineered to be visible interesting. A red notification dot, the colorful thumbnail, the high saturation icon specifically designed to trigger a dopamine response before you even open anything. Strip the color, make it gray and boring and sad looking. I did this for a week. My screen time dropped by 40% without even trying. Your brain is a child at a picnic. Take away the colors and suddenly, the picnic just looks like gravel. The infinite scroll works because there are no natural endpoints. Your brain never gets to say done. It's an open loop. It never closes. And open loops create anxiety. Low-level background anxiety that keeps you reaching back for the one more hit. The counter is simple. Reintroduce endings. Read a physical book. Chapter ends. Use a physical alarm clock. It's job done. Write a to-do list and cross things off. Physically cross them off. Give your brain an experience of completion, of I done it. It almost sounds too easy and it almost works too well. So, replace the fuel. This is the one everyone skips. And it's why most people who quit their phone just end up finding a different way to avoid their life. You can't just remove the cheap dopamine. You have to replace it with something earned with dopamine. Cheap dopamine is instant, effortless, and it requires nothing from you. Earned dopamine is different. It comes from finishing something hard, from making something, from a completed workout, a project swiped, a hard conversation completed. It's slow, but it lasts. And it doesn't downgrade your system, it upgrades it. Start building your life where enough hard, real and meaningful things are completed every day that your brain loves this feeling. You're not fighting your phone anymore. You're just not interested. That's the goal. Alright, you stayed. I'm going to give you the thing I didn't put on the thumbnail. Everything I told you, the slot machine, the dopamine, the attention residue, the grayscale settings, it's all real and it all works. But here's the question underneath all of this most people never ask themselves. Why is scrolling so appealing in the first place? Think about it. The apps didn't create the need. They just found it. Humans always have needed novelty, connection, stimulation, the feeling of being a part of something, the sense that something interesting might happen. Those are real needs, legitimate needs. So ask yourself the harder questions, not how do I stop scrolling? What am I scrolling away from? Because most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, the phone isn't a real problem. It's a solution to a problem you haven't solved yet. Loneliness that haven't been addressed. Work that feels meaningless. A version of life that doesn't yet matches with the one you're capable of living. The scroll is comfortable because the alternative requires something from you. You will not fix a meaning problem with a phone setting, but you can start with it. You start by creating enough silence, enough space to actually hear what you want, what you're building towards, what the version of you with full, real focus life actually looks like. That person is still in there. They didn't go away. They just buried under about 2,617 notifications a day. What would I be building if I wasn't watching other people building things? Focus on it. And like always, I'm rooting for you.